Hello viewers, welcome to Nltv. This is Rovinho Lama and you're watching Nltv News Now. Now headlines. Dimapur Civil Society, Naga District Citizen Forum and 20 other civil society convened an emergency meeting at Tourist Lodge Dimapur on September 30. Two resolutions have been adopted at a meeting. Veteran politician Dr. S.C. Jamir says he agreed with government decision on shifting of the Dimapur DC office to Chumukidima. Jamir appeals all citizens to take the decision with a positive mindset. The Naga Bar Association raises concern regarding implementation of the SARFAESI Act 2002, says that the Act would be an infringement of the constitutional right conferred by Articles 371A of the Constitution of India 1950. A bus carrying at least 22 passengers fell into Rinji River in Meghalaya on Wednesday. Accident claimed 6 lives and 16 other passengers injured. Nationalist Democratic Progressive Party Kohima region sounds the poll buggled for the upcoming state general election by resolving to work hard for the election of its party. Candidates from all the 6 constituencies under Kohima in its office at Bayaville Hill on Wednesday. The party further resolved to continue the region's supports to the able leadership of CM Niti Io and the party president Chingwang Konyak. Advisor for Urban Development and Municipal Affairs and legislator in charge of NDP Kohima region, Dr. Niti Io encouraged the party leaders and workers to remain steadfast to the party and assured all possible supports to the Kohima region and its frontal organization. He further urged them not to be superficial but to have a cohesive relationship for the welfare of the party in general. In regards to the decision taken by the state government to shift the Dimapur District Commissioner Office complex to Chumukidima, veteran politician and former governor of Goa, S.C. Jamir, in an exclusive interview with Nltv said he agrees with the government decision on shifting of the District Commissioner Office complex. S.C. Jamir also appealed to the citizens of Dimapur to change their mindset into a broader mindset and take the decision in a positive manner, and that there is no point in agitation. He further urged the upcoming generation to have a broader mind and a longer vision than the older generation. Let us listen to what Dr. S.C. Jamir has to say.
DC headquarters office is in the fringe of Assam-Nagaland border, and there is hardly any scope for development in future. Not only that, in the long run, it will be in the remotest part of Dimapur because expansion will be towards new land, towards Chumukidima area, towards Beren area, and towards Kohima area. So that was one reason why I thought that the district headquarters should be located at Chumukidima, which is a very developing, fast developing area in Dimapur. That's one. Secondly, Dimapur is the name of Cossarius. And since Nagaland is an indigenous Naga state, we want to have at least the name of the district headquarters should be a Naga name, because Britishers said that whether it is located at Chumukidima or elsewhere, it belongs to the citizens of Dimapur. What advantage is there and what disadvantage is there in locating at one place or other? This is purely to govern, to administer the area, the district. In the past, we marched up to Kohima. We have never complained that the capital should not be at the Kohima, because our district was Kohima district. So there was no complaint in going to Kohima. Here we are locating within Dimapur, and why should we complain that we should not have the headquarters here or there? Once government decide to construct that headquarters at a certain place, invest so much, I think people should leave it to the government to, I think, administer the area without any disturbance whatsoever. The old one we can utilize for some other institution, and therefore all these buildings will be utilized not by outsiders but by ourselves only, and therefore I don't see any reason why people should agitate for shifting up a headquarters from one place to another. It's not from one district to another. It's let the government decide. They have already taken decision. So the only thing the government should implement also. And people should not blame this and that. It's unnecessary blaming. It was made for them by the government with their own money. Why should you blame others also?
Account Nagaland has filed a complaint petition for criminal defamation on September 29. As per sources, an individual named Vika Shihovinu Aye on his Facebook page Naga Spear shared a false news that account leaders had demanded 10 lakhs and a Fortuner car from former CM TR Ziliang. Account has urged the public to not get involved in spreading lies. The Naga Bar Association (NBA) raised concern regarding implementation of the Scrutinization and Reconstruction of Financial Assets and Enforcement of Security Interest Act 2002 SARFAE-SI Act in Nagaland. Among others, it underscored that the act was an infringement of the constitutional right conferred by Article 371A of the Constitution of India 1950 and pointed various factors that would impede the growth of the state economy. NBA President Talit Sungba Ao and Secretary V. Hukavi Zimomi issued a press release stating that the association had taken cognizance of recent publication in the local print media where some organization had praised the state government to apply the act in Nagaland. The NBA asserted that implementation of the act apart from the infringement of the constitutional rights conferred by Article 371A would be highly disastrous to the members of the business community and entrepreneurs as well as the legal heirs and dependent of deceased servicemen, having unpaid money loans in the particular and the state economy in general. As such, it contended that it would be much wiser and also legally and constitutionally consonant on the part of the state legislature not to succumb to the pressure for the sake of the public interest and the economy of the state. The Inner Wheel Club today inaugurated 2 new toilet blocks at Government College Dimapur. Before inaugurating, there was a program at Government College. Office Principal Dr. M. Libantang Ngule, Principal Governor, Government College Dimapur, in his speech said that he is grateful to Inner Wheel Club for taking up such activities and said that toilets are essential for hygienic living and also for prevention of diseases.
We want to express our heartfelt thanks and gratitude to Inner Wheel Club Dimapur. We all know that toilet is a very important part of life. It is an essential for living. It is essential for hygienic living, at the same time for even prevention of diseases. Now, looking at the needs of the college as an institution, the Ladies Club has come up to give us this gift. This is a precious gift and we thankfully accept it with gratefulness. Thank you.
Itu project laga board olop kotha koi dibo. a project. This is for, we are from Inner Wheel Club of Dimapur. We are only ladies wings. Now we set 2 bathrooms. 1 ladies, 1 gents for Dimapur College. For it is necessary for this time. I think bathroom is a very necessary for our life. So we make it 2 bathroom. And our DC ma'am from Gangtok, Amita Mundra, arrived in this morning and she inaugurated this program. And it is, I think this is a very genuine message given to society to take this use and clean. And I hope कि Dimapur College भी इसका ध्यान रखे और हम लोग उनको डोनेट किया तो वो लोग उसका केयर करें.
इधर लगा स्पॉन्सरशिप तो किने का से?
We are from Inner Wheel Club of Dimapur, so we are only members sponsors. No other sponsor for this project. Member contribute themselves and serve this.
So is there any further project with Inner Wheel Club?
Yeah, we also did Inner Wheel Park for Dimapur Club, opposite to Dimapur Club, and Inner Wheel Point for Mayur Hotel. And we also done baiting set for Dimapur auto stand Dhobinala area. And we also plant some baiting sets and bathroom. And we also scholarship for students. This is our main motto. Okay, thank you so much.
An emergency press conference was called by the Dimapur Civil Society, Naga District Citizen Forum and 20 other civil organizations at Tourist Lodge Dimapur on September 30, 2021. President NDCF informed that 2 resolutions were adopted during the meeting. The forum decided to reply to the unofficial press release issued by the Principal Secretary of Home Department. Forum further stated that the resolution was addressed to the Chief Minister and they would not accept any request made by the Principal Secretary. Forum has given 5-day ultimatum to the state government. A core committee would be formed to decide on further course of action if the government failed to address their demands.
Nohole itia andas bora ido Principal Secretary amakan tai address kurabi nohoy tai bara official bi nohoge na paper de press release ulado amakan itu do accept nai. Aro idia Dimapur first itu Dimapur DC upgrade kuradam te state government bora Dimapur DC upgrade kurubo kuadam te do Kohima district objection kurise do Kohima Dimapur district na dibo koige na objection kurise kintu state government para Dimapur district to upgrade kori dis. To idea to Dimapur district upgrade kori kena itu to mainly for Dimapur district lagas DC itu to. To idea chumuki dima de aro first to daikan mana kori kena idea to Dimapur DC kori se kile tadi loi jas. Itu government logo question korubole itu ekta kota. Aro Dimapur as a urban area, 98 colonies ase Dimapur de. Aro yade itu municipal bi ase. Aro out of Dimapur district de 4 lakh plus population ase. Itu within urban area de 2 lakh plus population ase. Population in the case itu Aadhaar register laga itu ase 2 lakh plus population tu. To itu 2 lakh population tadi DC na thagi ke na chumuki ma na hole kon ba jaka ekta population tadi kiman ase. Aro ki garani itu iman population ke DC ekta छारी के ना लो जा थाका तो की रीजन है ये दे इमान पॉपुलेशन ऐसे सिटी एक ता ऐसे तादे डीसी ना थाकिले एक दिन भी इतो दिमापुर इतो कंट्रोल करूबो पारबो ना पारो की होबो डीसी ना थाकिले एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन हेडक्वार्टर एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन ऑफिसर एक ता ना थाकिले 2 लाख पॉपुलेशन और रेवेन्यू सेंटर Dimapur city tadi DC na thagile ek din 2 din pi itu cholabo parbo Itia administration thagabi ido bishi tok pa ase control kurubo na bara anti element activities aro ki bishi indiga ase aro idia amakhan idia ekta khushi na bado amakhan DC office itu tu ji holebi entire Dimapur citizens edo bara ji holebi itu tu shift kurubo na dibo aro ek kodom bi helibole na dibo aro any department idia existing department kiman Dimapur te ase yade bara shift kurubole out kurubole to chance na dibo idui public amakan citizen stand to idu ase idu bra idia amakan ekta khushi na padu government loko khushi na padu idia idu over taxation illegal extortion intimidation iniga iman joli ahe ase idu damte to paramilitary iman deploy manpower iman deploy na korigena ekbar dugan bon shutter down itu koribole heavy paramilitary deploy kurado itu ki means tai khane itu poila serious overtaxation kete iman collect kore ase idu illegal activities iman kura ase itu damte tu paramilitary iman deploy na kore tokta incident ki turkhar damte tu iman deploy na kore ekbar itu ek din dugan bon kurwole itu peaceful itu hi amakan laka itu demand itu laka government ke show kurayas dugan bon kurigena amakan itu network ke nahole kunba youth ke kunba tribe ke chakra kurubole nahole misunderstanding kurubole amakan itu ikunai amakan purely Dimapur citizen khan laga defend kurayas future laga itu protect kurayas administration headquarter ekta tu lage that is our demand it is
in addition to that ami kobole thaga to Dimapur DC office to if it is all building purana hoi jaise kole there is another option where one multi-story building AC market building at forest department office they can shift there also itu purana ase kole DC office to pia ase idya phanga bole ase there is no accommodation for other department inaga hole that the building eman dangor ase no one is using and that was built by the government of Nagaland edo shift kora baradole eko government revenue bhi na jabo expenditure bhi na jabo tadi chaige na center of the location bhi tadi ase there are so much parking public bhi tadi pera bole do sab khushi ase ko ne to bhi jane the
Skill training in heavy machineries for economic development of Nagaland post-COVID-19 lockdown continue for junior excavator operator as per NSDC. Circulum at Parrot Ground, Tuensang has reported that training was imparted to 50 trainees and was organized by PWD, Mechanical and Department of Employment, Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, Tuensang. Shamator Battalion Assam Rifle under the aegis of Headquarter IGAR North Headquarters 7 Sector AR observed World Heart Day on 29 September 2021 at Shamator Town Baptist Church, Tuensang District, Nagaland. The event was aimed to commemorate Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, focused at creating awareness amongst local population regarding importance of having healthy heart, as cardiovascular diseases remains #1 killer, resulting in 18.6 million deaths a year. A lecture cum PowerPoint presentation was delivered by Dr. Jacob, CMO Shamator Battalion, about the cause of heart disease like excessive smoking, diabetes, obesity, high blood pressure, excessive alcohol consumption, high cholesterol, unhealthy diet, sedentary lifestyle, lack of physical activity, etc. may lead to cardiovascular diseases. As Dimapur came to a standstill during the band called by the city-based civil society organization, and all business establishments were shut on Thursday. However, in contrast, all business establishments around Chumukedima were seen operating normally. Even organizations like Naga Tribal Council Chumukedima Town and Kuda Village C called youth organization asked people of Chumukedima to keep their shops open. In this regard, citizens of Chumukedima spoke to Nltv and said that they welcome the decision of shifting of DC office to Chumukedima, and also say that the decision will be beneficial for all.
तो होले डिमापुर डिस्ट्रिक्ट साइले तो इतो कोर एकदम सेंटर दे आसे और गवर्नमेंट भी एकदम सेंटर दे हुआ पड़ा टोपोग्राफी साइकिने याते शिफ्ट होले तो एकदम पूरा पब्लिक खाली पार्टिकुलर डिमापुर इतो अर्बन सिटीजन खान बेनिफिट नहोगिने पब्लिक रूरल एरिया थाका खान याते आगनाका सुमी एरिया आगनाका दालागा एरिया हाते थाका खान आरो पिफिमा फेले थाका खान आरो इतो न्यूलैंड साइड विहुकु लगा इतो एरिया हांदे थाका खान पूरा बेनिफिट होबले इतो साहायगिने गवर्नमेंट तो इतो डिसीजन लवा दो মই तो इतो स्टैंड करि आसे आरो इतो गवर्नमेंट के सपोर्ट करि आसे মই इंटेलेक्चुअल खान एजुकेटेड अनएम्प्लॉय खान तो इतो आहा आला गवर्नमेंट लगा डिसीजन तो स्टैंड करि आसे किले माने इतो आहि जाइसु किले तो मोखान चुमुकेदिमा मानु एकला नहै किने कैडेस्ट्रल इतो आहिले तो गवर्नमेंट लगा हाइ जाबो तो इनिका होले मोहान इतिया लोकल बडी लगा माटी पाटा तो उकु बैंक देबी उकु बेनिफिट ना पाए इनिका हाइ जाले तो मोहान तो होले चकरा खान अनएम्प्लॉय यूथ खान भी बैंक लोन भी पाबो आरो पिछते निजर बिजनेस करिबोले बिसि स्कोप दिखि आसे तो মই জানাই আছে ইয়াতে ডিভিজন কৰা নহয় হইলে বি अर्ली सेटलर नन नागा मानु वेस्ट शर्ट कॉलोनी मारोरी पार्टी को भी आरो इतो नेताजी कॉलोनी खानते भी साबि ताते ताहान कैडेस्ट्रल एरिया आसे ताहान बिजनेस सेटअप करबो गले ताहान लगा माटी पता आसे गवर्नमेंट लगते अप्रोच नकरिले भी बैंक दे जाइले ताहान करोड़ पैसा पाइकिने बिजनेस एस्टैब्लिश करि आसे इनिका बेनिफिट तो मोहन चुमुकेदिमा खाली नहय किने दोसरा नागा खान भी इतो बेनिफिट पाइले पूरा निमिते ভাল আছে इतो बड़ा মই কবলে মন থাকা তো सिविल सोसाइटी खान होइले भी ताते पॉजिटिव फेले साइगेने एनिका गवर्नमेंट के इमान अपोज नकरिकिने पूरा नागा मानु तो एकटाई आसे इतो बड़ा गवर्नमेंट ला डिसीजन ते स्टिक करिकिने एनिका रूरल मानु हां की भी एकटा बेनिफिट दिले निजर दादा भाई खाने आसे याते इतो इशू निमिते एकजन ट्राइबलिज्म भी नाहिबो लागे याते बिसी मानु गय आसे प्रेजेंट गवर्नमेंट तो माथा तो होइले मोखा लगा इतो सर ऑनरेबल सीएम तो आंगामी आसे तो बड़ा पार्टिकुलरली आंगामी इजम गयकिने एनिका बिसी इशू आहे इटु इजम तो एकटा सोसाइटी ति भी एकटा कैंसर निसिना होइकिने नागा मानु भी मान दुख पाय आसे इटु फिले उक्कु इटु फिले नाथाकि किने पिछे निमिते पब्लिक कुन मानु ओइतो इंटेलेक्चुअल मानु आसे इटु खान तो होइले जाना मानु तो कुन भी तो इतिया सिविल सोसाइटी खान सपोर्ट कराते स्टैंड नकरिबो इटु तो মই लगा भावनाते चाइ মই याते एकटा पार्टिकुलर ट्राइब लगा बेनिफिट निमिते कोआ নহয় बेसी मानु तो इटु इशू ओलाई आसे सोशल मीडिया खानते होइले भी साइले चुमुकेदिमाते साइले इज अ कस्मोपॉलिटन सिटी एतो गाली एकटा ट्राइब मानु बरा डोमिनेट करा एनिगा भी नाइ मानु लगा एतो कन्सेप्ट किसिम भावना आसे एनिगा ओकु भी ना থাকিবो एतो बरा एपिल करि आसे मखा लगा এইটো চিভিল সোসাইটি
We are just in Puila Dibi Dikina Isha, Amian Chumukini, but the Kipa Guna, Iniga Shutter down Guna Hena, Gondol Guna Hena, Jaka Khanbi, Dokan Khanbi, Biakurala Dikina Isha to Garne, Amikanto Eku Yade, Dokan Khanjato, Aji Tribal Union Brow, be order acta dishe, Amikala Chumu area de do Shutter down Nakurbo, Ogina. Aro because Shutter down Grado idea public duk paase. Are moreover Mukhan idea pandemic te ahigena Iman Salde. Pandemic guna iman diri pandemic wahara public manu sob duk pa ase holi bi aro inia ekta shudder down rakhise gole do public khan bishi suffer koribo aro economically bi suffer kori ase etu karone ami khan laga do youth kan jama kurina thaga khan to concerned citizen of chumri mahan jama kora do any unfortunate incident na hobo karone aro we are fully supporting the administration aro police khan je mohan support kori ase aro CP la order nisna ami khan ahi kina yate eku bohi kina ene untoward incident kiba na ho dibo karone ami khan yate bohi kina jama kurina bohi ase koina janai di ase
তো আপনি দুজন কোৱা নিচিনা এনে আপনি দুজন তো এনে ডিসি অফিস হলেবি শিফট কৰিলে আপনি আন সাপোর্ট কৰে না কৰিলে কিনা এতলা না কৰিছে গলে তো আপনি আন একটা দুটা অপিনিয়ন কৈ দিব পাৰো
এইটো সাপোর্ট কৰি আছে হলেবি কোৱা নিচিনা এতিয়া নকৰিলে ইয়াতে শিফট নকৰিলে মহান ফার্দার স্টেপ লব এইটো কো ভায়োলেন্স টাইপ তে ইনিগা যাব ইনিগা তো নাই Mohan be we are all living in democracy. Mohan itu key step pichete ne public kanto key view logo itu to let the organization decide. Itu hi moi to kobole monas.
আপনি আপনি opinion কি না আছে তো
একবার
এনে ডিসি অফিস তো শিফট হইলে তো ভালো হলে শিফট নহইছে কইলে আপনি opinion তো কি না আছে
DC office to shift কৰিছে গলে তো কিলে ভাল আছে গলে তো because itu DC office সাইন আইছে গলে geographically সাইন আইছে গলে তো চুমু একটা সেন্টার একটা নিছনা আছে আৰু more over মোখান ইয়াতে চুমু তো একটু পার্টিকুলার ট্রাইব একটা লাগা নহয় because চুমু তো টাউন আছে আৰু কোনবা মেনশন কৰা তো বুস্তি গো আছে হলে itu DC office presently আহিব থাকা তো টাউন লাগা চুমুদিমা টাউন কাউন্সিল লাগা আন্ডার লা jurisdiction তে আছে আৰু itu আহিছে গলে তো আমি খান সব ইয়াতে
Department of Land Resource, Government of Nagaland on 29 September held a meeting at the Oriental Grand Hotel, Kohima, project and consultative meeting. The meeting main objective was to share the experiences and lessons learned from the project multi-stakeholder initiative to provide drinking water security through springshed management in 100 rural villages in Nagaland. The other two objectives were to share ideas for a potential phase 2 on spring rejuvenation and recommendation for way forward. The implementing partners for this project were Waste to Wealth, NEDA, Northeast Initiative Development Agency and Rural Development Department, Government of Nagaland, and the project was said to be supported by Tata Trust, GON, Government of Nagaland, People's Science Institute and Equadom. Prime Minister Narendra Modi approved to rename midday meal scheme as PM Poshan during cabinet meeting on economic affairs on Wednesday. Prime Minister Poshan has been launched for an initial period of 5 years. According to reports, the centre will bear rupees 54,061 crore of the total estimated cost of rupees 1.3 lakhs crore, with the states paying rupees 31,733 crores. Under the midday meal scheme, hot cooked food is provided currently to the students from class 1 to 8 around 11.80 crore, children in 11.20 lakhs government and government aided school under PM Poshan Shakti Nirman or PM Poshan scheme. 24 lakhs more children in pre-primary classes currently covered under the ICDS will also be brought in. As an announcement of by-election to vacant 50th Shamator Seshore Assembly constituency has been made by the Election Commission of India. The Deputy Commissioner Twensang Kumar Ramnikant informed that the Model Code of Conduct will come into force with immediate effect throughout Twensang district. DC Twensang urged the intending candidates, political parties, government department establishment as well as general public to adhere to the MCC. Furthermore, he urges all concerned to cooperate to the district election machinery in order to conduct the by-election peacefully. Tribal designers and creative professionals from the states of Nagaland, Mizoram, Manipur, West Bengal, Odisha and Jharkhand attended an interactive session organized by the Tribal Design Forum (TDF) with Dr. Daniel Mellor, a contemporary artist and photographer from Australia, on September 26. The session started with an opening note by the Barry O'Farrell, the High Commissioner of Australia to India, who highlighted the proactive role of the Australian ecosystem in facilitating arts and culture of the indigenous people in Australia through notable steps like developing the International Indigenous Charter of Design. Dr. Mellor, of indigenous origin, himself presented his unique work that captured the history and geography of the indigenous landscape of Aboriginal Australia and highlighted new techniques, methods and approach through which art could be used to present various narratives of indigenous communities. Dr. Mellor said that the session could be an interesting pathway for other designers and makers in Australia to connect with indigenous Indian colleagues. An orientation program for Line Department on People's Plan Campaign 2021 and 2022 for Gram Panchayat Development Plan 2022 and 2023 was held at Resource Center DRDA Mon on 29 September under the theme Sabki Yojna Sabka Vikas. DC Mon Tavasilin K IAS in his speech stated that a plan should ensure people feel empowered and all the line departments should put their wholehearted effort for all their plans to be done. Project Director DRDA Mon M. Temjan Longcher highlighted the three main areas of focus to identify and provide livelihood, provide all entitlements and provide public goods and services. Longchar expressed hope that with the active participation of all the line department, the campaign would be successful. He stated that the campaign is scheduled for 3rd October 2021 to 9th January 2022. A presentation on the Gram Panchayat Development Plan for 2022 and 2023 was presented by the BDO RD Blocks Tobu W Moba Konyak, and it was followed by discussion on the scheme under 29 subject. In a tragic accident, 6 people, including the bus driver, lost their life as a bus carrying at least 22 passengers fell in a river in Meghalaya. The accident took place as bus fell in a river in the Rinchdi River in Nongkram around 12 a.m. on Wednesday night. The ill-fated Meghalaya Transport Corporation bus was reportedly traveling from Tura to Shillong. Rescue team and emergency services rushed to the accident site to help the victims. 4 dead bodies have been fished out of the river, while 2 dead bodies are still trapped inside the bus. As per latest reports, 16 passengers have been rescued and taken to the nearby hospital. According to some injured passenger, the bus was speeding when the accident happened. As per sources, the front portion of the bus hit the bridge post on the side and went over into the water. Meanwhile, Meghalaya CM Conrad Sangma has expressed his grief over the tragedy. In a Facebook post, Sangma conveyed his deepest condolences to the family of the deceased and wished for speedy recoveries of the injured. Six women from Manipur have made it to the Indian national football team, which will be playing matches in UAE at the upcoming AFC Women Asia Cup. The Manipur players will be playing as a part of a 23-member women's squad at the tournament. To make the announcement, Manipur Minister Thongam Biswajit Singh tweeted, proud moment for Manipur. As reported, the Indian women team safely reached Dubai, UAE on Thursday for upcoming matches in the UAE and Bahrain, which commence on October 2. These friendlies have been planned as part of the team's preparation for the AFC Women Asia Cup, which is said to take place in India next year. The Indian women's team has been campaigning in Jamshedpur with help from the government of Jharkhand. The girls are all excited to be getting some matches time for our Asian Cup preparation. We have trained hard for the last month in Jamshedpur and now we are ready to test ourselves against some tough opponents, said head coach Thomas Dinarbai. The 23-member squad traveled from Jamshedpur to New Delhi and boarded a flight to Dubai along with their support staff. The Indian women team will play 2 friendlies against the United Arab Emirates on October 1 and Tunisia on October 4. The team will then travel to Bahrain, which they will face Bahrain on October 10 and Chinese Taipei on October 13. In order to stop further destruction to forests and ensure that economic activities are carried out in a disciplined manner, the parent civil society organization in a joint statement issued that the total prohibition against the passage of round timber from parent district except swan timber will be in effect from this season. The resolution was meant to stop rampant deforestation and exploitation of natural resources in the district. The CSOS also resolved to entrust student organization of the district to impose the decision and defaulters will be penalized accordingly. Niti Io Consultant Madhu Banti Datta held a joint meeting with District Commissioner of Kifiri, T. Wati Iyer at the DC Conference Hall, Kifiri. Niti Io Consultant during the meeting informed that the main purpose of her visit is to focus on all socio-economic development and also to tackle main problems faced by the district. She further said that due to the pandemic situation, they are unable to complete the assigned work in the stipulated time and assure that she will meet the higher authority of Niti Io to bring development in the district, while DC Kifiri highlighted problems like lack of technician and the district hospital, gynecologists, road and transportation during the meeting. She appealed every department to express their problems and the things they needed through her email account. Drugs cases related to the death of actor Sushant Singh Rajput, Narcotics Control Bureau (NCB) has arrested hotelier Kunal Jani from Mumbai Khar area. He was a close friend of Rajput and was absconding. Two Jawans of Central Reserve Police Force CRPF 170 battalions injured in a pressure improvised explosive device blast planted by Naxal near Halabapada village under Modakpal police station limit in Bijapur district. According to reports, the injured CRPF Jawans were shifted to Bijapur district hospital for treatment. On Thursday morning, leakage in liquefied petroleum gas and compressed natural gas pipelines were reported in the civil line area of Prayagraj, Uttar Pradesh. The police, fire brigade and company officer were being called to the incident area to monitor the situation. The entire area was cordoned off. Magistrate Prem Chandra Moria said that there are 2 LPG and CNG gas pipelines owned by a private company as the incident took place in the morning. A major accident was avoided as soon as the force member received the call about the incident. They reached the location and started taking action on the matter. The routes of the cause is being identified and all the major steps are being forced.
ये गैस जो कुकिंग गैस का है और सीएनजी गैस का सप्लाई है अडानी गैस सर्विसेज का। तो इसमें जो है 6:25 पे सूचना मिली कि गैस लीकेज हो रही है, तो तुरंत फोर्स के लोग आए, मैं भी आया और इसके बाद जो है कंपनी के लोगों को फ़ोन करके बुलाया गया। तो वो लोग आए, फिर इन्होंने जो यहाँ का इनका केपी कॉलेज के पास जो मेन इनका है और इधर
India reports 23,529 fresh COVID-19 cases, with 311 died in the last 24 hours. Total numbers of coronavirus cases rose to 3,37,39,980 with the new infections, while the death count has reached 4,48,062, while the active case load at present stands at 2,77,020. Cumulative COVID-19 vaccine doses administered in the country crossed 88 crore, at a total of which 59,48,118 vaccine doses were administered in a day. Meanwhile, Nagaland total case staying at 31,243 with 29,253 recoveries. Today, for more updates, keep watching Nagaland TV.
Welcome to St. Joseph University, where our vision is to learn, discover, create and innovate. Our university comes with a state-of-the-art infrastructure where we offer chemistry lab, an engineering lab, life science lab, physics lab, zoology fieldwork, and many more. Come and be part of one of the leading universities in the Northeast.